I guess we welcome the Europa League now. Is this the Europa League show? I'm in the right place. Am I in the right place, Barca fans? Am I in the right place? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, Barcelona are a laughing stock. But we gotta embrace it, right? We gotta embrace it. We gotta embrace it. We gotta embrace the situation. We gotta embrace the Europa League. We gotta embrace our situation. And we gotta admit that we suck ass. We suck ass. We really, really suck ass. So, what's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? And welcome to another video here, another episode of Unwrapped. And this is a special one. We are in the Europa League, and to be honest, it's our level. It's our level. It's our level. It's where Barcelona should be at right now. This is where the new Xavi era starts for me. I believe that this is the point where really we are gonna be changing. We're gonna be looking for new systems, new players. I mean, we at least have to give ourselves that, because we are god awful. We are god awful, and Xavi needs to take this as a clean slate and be able to rebuild from scratch. I think that today's game was a very good example of Barcelona where they are right now, because they can try to play football. They can try, but quality-wise, they're not simply there. They're really, really not there. There's plenty of that wood. There's plenty of things that they need to change. And until that happens, we cannot be looking forward. We need to be able to get rid of these players, these sacred cows, the dead wood that doesn't fit what Xavi's vision is. And after that, we can start rebuilding. We can start rebuilding, and we can see ourselves back in this competition maybe in 1, 2 years, 3 years time. I have absolutely no idea where we're gonna be. Let's remember that we have to be back in the Champions League next season. We gotta earn our position. We're not even there yet. We're 7th in the league. We need to find ourselves some sort of consistency to get back into the side. And once we do that, that is when we can finally see ourselves in a shot of doing something better in the European competitions. Forget it. Forget it for now. Economic Eurotide says, forget it. This club is dead. I don't think it's dead. I think that in contrast to what people are saying about Milan or whatnot, there's a base here, and I feel that we are closing the chapter faster than they did. I think the roadmap is more clear to see. I really do think that, but this is not something that's gonna be able to be changed in 1, 2 seasons. It really, really won't be able to change ASAP. Next season, it won't really be the case. We need to see what Xavi wants to do, and we need to take punts in the transfer market like we haven't done in a very long time, and be able to find players that want to come to us. I know this may sound stupid. Thank you, Sam, for the donation. By the way. You say Barcelona, Napoli, Lazio, Leicester, Sevilla, Leipzig, Atalanta, Dortmund. Europa League is competitive this season. It's pretty competitive. It's very competitive. You may even found games that are more competitive than, let's say, what a Champions League game is going to be. For instance, you can find yourself a Lille game versus Benfica, and I feel that a Barcelona-Napoli or a Dortmund-Barcelona or a Sevilla-Atalanta could be potentially more competitive than those two teams. So yes, I do agree with that, but I do not feel that, of course, we should be using this as an excuse. I think Barcelona in the Europa League find themselves is not really where they need to be. Delian Pantalev says, credit to Araujo, he was good. He was good. He was good, but I think he was employed in a very weird position as a right back, but also covering up for Serginho Dest, and I don't know where Serginho Dest was supposed to be. I really didn't understand what was the idea behind him, because he was constantly, let's say, pushed out of position, and then Araujo had to push himself out of position as well to cover for Serginho Dest, and that just made it so, let's say, he had to act for 2 positions. He had to act for covering Serginho Dest and Alphonso Davies overlapping, and then Sané cut on his side, and just made it a complete hassle. There was no way that Araujo could do all of them. We says, my girlfriend said I should stop supporting Barca. How should I break up with her? I don't know. Just send her a Burofax. Send her a Burofax like Messi did. Just send a Burofax to her and quit. Call it quits. Camouflage says, Xavi is playing with Koeman's squad. He's little options on the bench. When the Depay is not doing well, we can't bring on Luke de Jong because that won't help anything. I mean, you hit it right on the nail right there, man. There's not really many things that we can do. Excuse me. There's not that many things that we can do right from the get-go to fix this. Like I mentioned, there's gonna be a process. It's not something that's gonna be able to be shifted or fixed in like immediacy. It really, really won't. So we need to see how we're gonna be improving. Marvin says, "I'm sorry, but I do not understand this formation at Xavi at all. I really didn't get as well what Xavi was going with his formation. I feel that he did commit a little bit of naivety. He had a little bit of naivety in him, such as how we had a long time ago when we were still under what do you call it? Under fucking hell. Under Koeman. I feel that that's a place where potentially we're gonna be seeing some struggles. I feel that when we're really looking at how Xavi set up this game, he was mostly trying to nullify and limit the deficiencies of Bayern rather than taking a look at the advantages of Barcelona. I didn't really see that much difference between what we did and what, for instance, Koeman did against Paris Saint-Germain. I think we played better with against Paris Saint-Germain than we did today. I really do think that. So yes. Jose Lopez, thank you for the donation again. I'm a USA fan. I think it's best for Dest and Barca they part ways. Xavi and fans don't believe in him, and that's okay. I really like Dest. I do think he has a future at Barcelona, but he needs to improve some few things, some part of his games. Of course, I feel that the environment and the situation, the context surrounding the club right now doesn't allow for Dest to be the best player he could possibly be. But so I really wouldn't bother with it that much right now. I feel that overall, when we look at it in the long terms of things, I do feel that Des could be good once Barcelona start playing better. Rivalish Kumar says Alfonso Davis is a cheat code, Buga. How the hell can somebody beat him running? A proper system needs to specifically be set to his side only to let him keep sides against the whole team. Yeah. I mean, Alfonso Davis, it really is a cheat code. He's a wonderful player, really wonderful player. I feel that he, in terms of number statistics, he won't ever be that high up as others. But when you really see his influence in the game, he's probably the most talented fullback that there is in the game right now. Really, like by a landslide. He really is that wonderful. Reggie says, why didn't Xavi use the 4-3 system again with Dembele and Ilias or Demir in the wings? I mean, why do we change tactics every time we play against a bigger team? I feel that it's just overthinking a bit. I feel Xavi never really managed to test. He never really tested. What do you call it? He never really tested before. He never really tested before Dest in the right wing position, and even someone like Dembele on the left wing. That is something that he has never done before, so I really do not understand why he decided to all of a sudden try it out. I really, really don't. So, I don't know. Don't look at me for that. I do feel that we should have just gone with a formation that we tried before. I would have employed what we did against Real Betis, or maybe actually against Benfica with Nico in the side. Football fan says, so guys, another time De Jong failed in the big game. Dude, I don't know. De Jong is a good player, but overall this team is just not good enough. Tommy Gunn says, Buga, what do you think? Sorry about that. Your question just disappeared, Tommy Gunn. So can you please put it again? Marvin, 4-3-3 would have been more solid in this game, but I guess Xavi was preserved like Koeman. I feel, like I said, once again, I feel he's just overthinking. I feel there's this sort of prestige where you have this, you just feel pressured by Bayern, right? Because they're such a good team right now that you just are scared of what they can do. So it's understandable. But of course we should be doing things differently. I think we should have gone attacking 4-3-3 like before, and die with an idea. Starboy says, we want pace and dribbling, also physical. Nobody in our team knows dribbling and zero pace. All our small players, I'm not mocking or discriminating them, but it's this harsh reality. I feel that what you mean is that we don't have players more like Dembele. Dembele is literally the only player that can do that. Memphis Depay can do it for the left, but then he's not playing for the left. So I see that happening as well. Vivian says, Buga, why do I feel like this game felt like we have made no progress? I feel like it nullified everything we did in the past few games. I completely agree with you. I think Xavi reverted to what we did before. And it just doesn't, I don't feel right now that it worked out in this game. Tomigan says, Buga, what is your opinion on Ter Stegen this season? Does he still have it, or should the club be looking at Onana? I feel that Ter Stegen is an interesting one because after his surgery, he really hasn't performed good enough. But once again, is that is the fact that he didn't took the surgery like Suarez, for instance, or Umtiti. Umtiti is the best option. He didn't do the surgery to go and play with the national team. He did the surgery to avoid national team and be able to play more games with Barca. So I'm at a stage where I don't really know what I should think or where I should put my where I should lay the line down for someone of his quality. But something is gotta give. I feel that maybe Barcelona could be giving Ter Stegen one more season to see if he can come back, or it depends on the offer. If a team comes for a big offer, maybe that could be the case. Right now, I'm looking at teams that could use a goalkeeper. There are not that many. Like, for instance, Tottenham Hotspur, they have that Pietro Golini guy, and Lloris. Lloris is finishing his contract this season, so maybe they need a goalkeeper. Inter need a goalkeeper. They want Onana as well, so that makes sense. Dortmund could need a keeper, but I feel that would be a step down. I'm not too sure, honestly. Juventus also need a keeper, but it depends on the money and who's gonna give us that money. So I could have said Chelsea before, but Chelsea just looks like Mendy just made a complete upgrade, right? So Chelsea just don't really need a goalkeeper right now, so I wouldn't even think about it. Marin says, Ter Stegen is competition, or he can be sold to Newcastle for Newcastle. Yeah, I'm right. Newcastle, they got money now. And then we can get free agent Onana. I really think we should stick with Xavi because the guy is bringing changes, but it's very difficult with the players we have at the moment. Honestly, stick to Xavi. Yeah, I would like to stick to Xavi. Perez Brandon says, dude, turn up your volume up. Why are you so quiet? My volume is the highest as it can be, honestly. I can put it closer to my mouth like this if you want. But then you'll see the mic there. So let's just do it. Let's leave it there for you. Unai Simon could be a good choice. He's Spain #1. I could like to see that. Unai Simon is a good keeper. And he has good mentality from what I've seen from the documentary. Kumar again saying, Buga, and the worst part is that Davies offers himself to Barcelona first. Should he be refused because Bartolomeo thinks Canada can play football? It honestly makes me sad. It makes me sad that Haaland and Alphonso Davies were both offered to Barcelona at one time, and we didn't take advantage of that. We just really didn't take advantage of that. Could we register Koya in January? Yeah, I think if I'm not wrong, we can register him. Low Buga ASMR. Is it too loud now? Let me know. I'll just put it here. I feel here is better. What else? Star Wars. I like to see Adama Traore or Anthony to add more pace and dribbling. Also Zacharias a DM. I think Zakaria is a good CDM, but I'm not too sure whether he would actually be the right choice for us right now. If it was up to me, if I'm getting a player of that profile, oh my god, I'm looking to Frank Yannick Kessié. I think Kessié, he's a baller, and he's also going out on free, right? So, dude, I would really like to get Kessié. I feel that between Kessié and Zakaria, I would go for Kessié every single day of the week. I really, really would. I think he's amazing. He's amazing. So club only option, says Nitil Patel. Miguel Viela says Liga Europa League, yes. Why Barcelona is not selling club equity? Because they don't want to do that. It's against their philosophy. Coach Xavi says the problem is not the coach, it's the players. 100% is the players. Sheffield Rodin says these formations that Xavi employed was to make much numbers in the opponent's half and control the center of Bayern and close quickly when they lose the ball. I mean, the intention is there. But what I'm putting out forward there is that when we try that, that's the way that Barcelona wants to play ideally every single game, right? So why not try that before instead of changing and made it difficult for players to adapt to this new formation. Sierra Masin says, if I was in Laporta's place, I would leave some players in Germany. I think that's too harsh. I think we should reevaluate all of our players and let me know, Sierra Masin, who would you leave in Germany? We should stop only relying on the academy and these shit players. Modern football is different. When will this club understand? We should stop only relying on the academy. I mean, we need to rely on the academy right now because Barcelona doesn't have money to get better players. Hector Roland says, I've heard rumors of Arthur Cabral. Yeah, is he any good? Is he in the Swiss League? I've seen a bit of him. He is much more of a normal number 9. Proper number 9. He's been like linked to West Ham, of what I know of, and Barcelona. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where he would fit in. I feel that Xavi wants to play with way more mobiles forwards than someone like Cabral. So, yeah. Koeman got a lot of anti-Xavi hate. This squad isn't good enough and nothing short of a world-class manager like Klopp, Pep, Tuchel will be able to fix this. Of course, it's a problem of the squad as well as the manager. So I feel that in terms of the squad, we should be looking at rebuilding from the bottom up. So right now, take a look at the players that we know can be guaranteed starters for a future at this moment. So Eric Garcia, Araujo, 2. Frankie de Jong, Pedri, 2 more. Ansu Fati, Dembele, or Memphis Depay, there are 3. When you're lacking another midfielder, you're lacking a left back, you're lacking probably another center back, you're lacking another right back. So you need to look at the positions that you have and look at where you need to take a punt on the transfer market and rebuild from there. If you're looking at a left back, I'm not too sure whether you would go apart from someone like Jose Aya or Grimaldo. Jose Aya for me is a little more complete than Grimaldo, but Grimaldo could be more easily available. I guess that you could also go to other players, I guess. Like, the thing is that if you go for players like, let's say, Juan Bernat, who we have been linked with, he's way older, right? So you don't want to kind of take a punt right that. Or maybe even get back someone like Cucurella. But Cucurella is not a proper left back. So I wouldn't know what to tell you with that as well. With that either. Who do you think should leave? That's by Toto Free. Masarao is a free agent from Ajax. I honestly know that. Camouflage says this would also be education for Xavi too. The way Bayern created overloads was aggressive and effective. The forward dropping inside, back the midfield on the edge of the box. Balde and Dest. I would love to have Balde to play more often. Noe says, but I have a question. Against what teams can we play in the round of 18 of the EL? Like, do we play against number 1 or number 2 teams? So it's a little bit different in the UEFA UEFA Europa League. So the thing is that before the Europa League last season, you would go into round of 32. So you had 16 games, but now you have 8 games. You go directly into round of 16. But how do you do that if you got a lot of teams in Europa League and you got a lot of teams coming down from the Champions League? Well, what you do is that you have them play on a playoff. So those that go on a playoff are the teams that end in the second spot. So for instance, if I go to the Europa League, it's basically the same. It's basically like a round of 32, but it's different. So for instance, Barcelona in the round, as things stands, in the next round of the playoff for the Europa League, they can play against Rangers, PSV, Spartak de Moscow, Olympiacos, Lazio, Sporting Braga, not Real Betis because they're Spanish, and Dinamo Zagreb. Let's say Barcelona, we do the draw, and Barcelona get Rangers. Barcelona play against Rangers, and whoever wins from that playoff goes into the round of 16. And once you go into the round of 16, you face off against like one of Lyon, Monaco, Leicester, those teams. So that's how you reduce the number, basically. So for instance, if we do there's a higher possibility that a lot of the teams of the Champions League could end up playing the round of 16 in the Europa League. So what they're doing this is to make it more competitive. So for instance, what I'm doing right now is that, let's say, which of these next teams have the possibility to beat a Champions League quality team? I don't think Rangers can do it. I don't think PSV can do it. I don't think Sparta can do it. I don't think Olympiacos can do it. Probably Lazio, not Braga, maybe Real Betis, and of course not Dinamo Zagreb. So let's say it's Real Betis versus Dortmund. That will be a game, and whoever wins go to the next stage, round of 16. There's more possibilities for teams coming down from the Champions League to get it. So, for instance, a team like Sheriff would be at a disadvantage, of course, but they could still go through to round 16 of the Europa League. You have what are the teams in the Champions League that are going down to the Europa League? I honestly have no idea. Sorry, I just hit my mic. So, for instance, Leipzig are going to be hard. Porto are going to be hard to beat. Dortmund are going to be hard to beat. Sheriffs, we don't know yet. Atalanta, Sevilla, Zenit. So, it's going to be competitive. This Europa League is going to be competitive. Because if you take a look at the top place teams in the Europa League right now, the top teams in the Europa League that are going to stay in the Europa League no matter what are Lyon, Monaco, Leicester City, Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Red Star Belgrade, Leverkusen, and West Ham. So you could get something crazy like Leverkusen versus Barcelona, West Ham versus Sevilla, Red Star Belgrade versus, I have no idea, versus Dortmund. You can get Galatasaray versus, you know what I mean, versus Leipzig. So you have a lot of different combinations. Europa League is going to be tough this year. It's really going to be tough. When are the Europa League playoff? I have no idea, but the draw's this Friday. Leo John says, Buga, do you think Barca can win the Europa League? If Barca get Dortmund, will get destroyed by Haaland. I think that they won't get Dortmund right away. They will get a Europa League team first. Like, if Barca won't face Dortmund until the quarterfinals of the Europa League. So first they need to do the playoffs against the second teams in the second spots of the Europa League, and then they will face against one of the teams in the first place of the Europa League. So you won't be able to face Dortmund right away. But if Barcelona faces, I don't know, it's gonna be hard. Like I said, it's gonna be hard. They could face, let's say, in the first round PSV. They beat PSV, and then they face Leicester. They face Leicester. It's gonna be interesting. Like Barcelona versus Leicester City. Yeah, that's fun, dude. 4 doors more horses. He's trying to hype us for the Europa League. Nah, I'm not hyping you for the Europa League. Richard Kubar says, if we face West Ham or Leicester City, we are done in the Europa League. Also, I think we can't even win the Europa League this season, and also not gonna finish top 4 2023-2024 against UCL. Honestly, we should be trying to go out there and fucking like try to win this shit. Like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. You know what, guys? The only thing that I rescue from this is that at least it's gonna be entertaining, because the games are gonna be more 50-50 than before. In the Champions League, like, you knew that it was difficult for Barca to win against the big teams, right? But now every game is gonna be 50-50. It's gonna be like down to the wire, like the Dynamo Kiev ones of the Benfica ones. So at least the games are gonna be tighter, I guess. I'm gonna get bullied tomorrow thanks to Dynamo. Dude, I've already been for way too many times. I've been already, what you call it, bullied in school for shit like this. So you get through it, dude. You'll get through it. If I got through it, you'll get through it. The other day I remembered 4 years, dude. 4 years since I was in school. 4 years. The last year in my school was the time where Barcelona beat PSG. So we beat PSG. That was my last year. And then my last year was the year of Roma. I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know. It's between Roma or PSG. The last year we beat PSG, and then we lost against Juventus. That was my last year at school. How was Messi carrying this team? Crazy. I think now we realize what we had until we let it go. That's what they say, right? That's what they say. Plot twist: Barca losing the playoff to Rangers. I mean, it could happen. With my roommate in England, we always used to say, like, we found out that Barcelona, the only team in the entire world to be undefeated against Barcelona for more than one game, is Dundee fucking United, dude. Dundee United beat Barcelona twice. I don't know in which decade, but dude, it was insane. So maybe Rangers can do it again. Let's turn the page because this is from Isuf Kone. Let's turn the page because this is the worst it can get. Liverpool went to Europa, came back and won the Champions League. Same with Chelsea. I guess so. Barca top scorer in the last 5 years. 1 Messi, second own goal, 3 Suarez. Yep. Perfectly understandable. That. Perfectly understandable. Is it better to focus on top 4 or win the Europa League? Focus on top 4. Because Europa League, you never know what's coming. Like, you can really not define what the hell is going on in that competition. So you could be trying to, let's say you're close in the semifinals, but then a penalty comes your way and then you fucking fluke it and now you're losing. Anything can happen. Soy Brice. Te banco. Many sports channels and pages started realizing what Messi was doing with this team. We were in Europa just before Messi debuted, and now we're here. Dude, everybody in the chat said hello. Say hello to Brisa. She's like the girlfriend of one of my best friends, and she's watching the stream right now. Everybody, stick that in there. Say like shout out to Brisa. Sorry, gosh, Araujo was great at right back. I think Araujo was great at right back. He's honestly like properly top 10 players out there, really. Top defenders out there. Toto03 says, economically, are we going to be okay? I think we should be, but you never know. BugaLuis, pride aside, it's better for us in the moment we should play against City or Ajax or something gets smashed right away. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm gonna take a picture of that in the chat right now. Give me a second. Sorry, I misunderstood your accent. What do you think about Mingueza? I think Mingueza, once again, he's a good player, but he's that sort of player that is only made for one position, and that position is being the third man of our three center backs. That's only his only position. He's really only gonna be his position. Busquets says we have the necessary team to win the Europa League. Of course you do, dude. Of course you do. Biggest concern when Xavi took was that he could be burned by the sorry state of affairs at Barca right now, but he shouldn't be judged too much on tonight. Bayern were just on another level, and clearly this is going to take time. 100%. Sevilla have won the Europa League 4 out of the last 8 seasons. Wow. Ooh. Cool. Exception says, imagine no fans going to Europa League games. That's probably gonna happen. Like, you're gonna play really different games in like weird places. MC Barça, bro, everywhere I go, people say Barça is shit. Even first year has balls to come to me and say Barça is shit. This is sad for me. I have tried to lose my love for the club, but the bond is too strong. I mean, it happens to everyone. Sam says, do you think that Messi will still manage to win Golden Boot with this squad? It's too much. I mean, with PSG or this one? There was no accent. You just read it wrong. It's alright though. What? I have no idea what you mean. Adusanya says, I hate Bayern so much, arrogant lot. We'll get back to the top and give them double dose of spanking. That's gonna take a long time, dude. That's gonna take a long time. Leo Jones says, "Buga, what would Ferran really come to Barca who's playing in the Europa League?" Honestly, yeah. Livestar says we need Haaland. Good luck getting him at this point. The Champions League is boring anyways. Yeah, exactly. The Europa League is the fucking best competition ever. Like, fucking better than the World Cup, better than the Champions League, right? No, it says, if you could choose one player for Barca, who would you choose right now? If I could choose just one player, tough question, but I mean, I would be dumb if I didn't pick Haaland, so I'm gonna pick Haaland. But if Bayern played their B team, do you think that we would have won? Probably not. Probably drawn or something, but Benfica would have won anyways. Camouflage Mingueza has a rough entry to the game, but he found his freedom after a while. Barcelona, not a coaching problem. He behind Barca's problem with his performance. Our fault that we did not plan it before it. Yeah. So Dembele and Depay both too slow. What? Depay, you can make an argument, but Dembele is literally the opposite of slow. The Flying Dutchman says Griezmann is the only Barca player in the Champions League since his own loan. Bro, that's sad. Europa League, Champions League in my book. in fucking piss. Just our luck that crucial players are either Fati, Pedro, Agüero, 100%. We are better off with Griezmann. Depay should have never played a striker. Wonder how Messi's feeling right now to see the club of his life in the Europa League. Probably he thinks he made the right decision right now. Because, like, I think that in his head, he's probably going to be coming back soon sometime. So yeah, probably. Gonna get a UEL jersey. It's gonna be rare down the road. Mentalidad de tiburón. If you know Spanish and you're from Peru, you'll know what that means. Buga, are we becoming like Arsenal? No, we're better. Hope we can win the Europa League. I hope so too. We so need Griezmann, dude. It's funny, right? That now we're screaming for Antoine Griezmann. But I guess that's how it is. Puchkin wanna make a few great passes. I feel sometimes he hides in games and tries too hard not to take risks forwards until he get the groove of the game. Lack of playtime ruined him. Still not as bad as Arsenal. Yeah, still not as bad as Arsenal. In general, I think that just before wrapping it up, I believe that there's not really too much to talk about the game, the actual match that we saw, because there's plenty of stuff that it's almost a given. It's almost the Bayern were gonna be tough. I feel that there really wasn't many things that we could have changed, particularly in the sense that particularly in the sense that there are not that many players we could have brought on to change this. Like, we only had really Coutinho could have been a game changer. I guess you can make an argument for him, but that was it. That was really about it. So I really wouldn't be stressing too much about it. I feel that right now Barcelona must focus on La Liga. There's not really much going on in the European at this stage, so that is where we are right now. Ansu is the only Barca quality forward. How much this? I think Dembele is too. I think Depay is too. It's just the system. I feel the system is horrible at this stage. Yeah, Thursday night football, boys. For me, that is the most sad thing. Like, Thursday night football. For the entirety of my life, it was Tuesday, it was Wednesday, but now Thursday sucks ass. But I guess that there's one good thing. I guess I can enjoy the Champions League games from afar. I can watch all the Champions League games and still watch Barcelona in the Europa League. I feel that is something that's the only good thing. So now, instead of having only 2 days of football, I'll have 3 days of football. That's my positive. And hopefully, guys, you think about the same thing. So that's going to be it right now for me, guys. I'm going to be making a video in the Europa League. I'm going to be doing more stuff like that. I'll see you probably sometime soon. And hopefully you come out of this situation, of this moment. I feel that we should just we're gonna look back at this moment and just laugh. We're just really gonna look back at it and laugh. Because honestly, at this stage, it hurts, but I can still have a smile on my face. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's gonna be it for right now.